In this video, I'm going to talk about a quote that Neville Goddard shares on manifesting. Okay. And let's get right into it. Okay. The quote is, "Be ye wise as serpents." Matthew 10:16. That's from the New Testament. Okay. Now, for those of you who are ready to learn and apply, because I'm going to go over what this means by sharing a story that Neville Goddard talks about, and a few more quotes that'll help you understand manifesting. Then stay. Okay, if you're ready to learn and apply, stay. If you're not ready to learn and apply, don't stay, because you won't get results. You will only get results if you apply. If you apply this shit. If not, you're wasting your time. Go over there a little bit. Maichi loves socks. He loves socks. I let him play with the socks because, yeah, he doesn't tear them up or anything. All right, so let's get right to it. Be ye wise as serpents. So what serpents do is they shed. They ossify their shell and become a new skin. And that's what we do when we adopt a new self-concept. Okay? We have a concept of whatever it is. You may be already manifesting. This is why you're watching me. You know Neville Goddard. You know about the law of attraction. But something's just missing. Or you love watching me because it's just a reminder. Just like Bob Proctor studied every single day the book Think and Grow Rich. You're watching this for that. And I commend you for that, because that's called habitual construction. A habit that's going to remind you of how to manifest. So guess what? You're going to manifest the best life. Those who watch me manifest their best life and their dream life, because that's how I'm living. All right. So let's get started with the story. It's a story of a 2-for-1, a 2-for-1 story. This woman manifests two things at once. So I'm going to read the story and go over how it basically exemplifies the quote. Quote, "After one of my lectures, she was dwelling on my statement that man's suspicion of another is only a measure of his own deceitfulness. And she recognized that she had been harboring resentment towards her father for years. That night, she resolved to let go her resentment and put a fond reaction in its place." So I'm going to stop right here real quick. So she has resentment for this person, so she changed it to fondness. Okay, let's continue. Quote, "In her imagination, she felt she was embracing her father in the warmest way. She did it over and over again until she caught the spirit of her imaginary act. And then she fell asleep in a very contented mood. The following day, she happened to pass through the fur department of one of our large stores in California. For some time, she had been toying with the idea of having a new fur scarf, but felt she could not afford it. This time, her eye was caught by a stone marten scarf, and she picked it up and tried it on. After feeling it and seeing herself in it, reluctantly, she took off the scarf and returned it to the salesman, telling herself she really could not afford it. As she was leaving the department, she stopped and thought, Neville tells we can have whatever we desire if we will only capture the feeling of already having it. In her imagination, she put the scarf back on, felt the reality of it and went about her shopping, all the while enjoying the imagined wearing of it. This young woman never associated these two imaginary acts. In fact, she had almost forgotten what she had done until a few weeks later, on Mother's Day, the doorbell rang unexpectedly. There was her father. As she embraced him, she remembered her first imaginary action. As she opened the package he had brought her, the first gift in these many years, she remembered her secondary imaginary action, for the box contained a beautiful stone marten scarf. End quote. Look how powerful we are. You're the same as this woman. You have a human imagination. And this reminded me, as I was saying this, a lot of things just started firing off. Bang, 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 bang. First, I'm going to go over, the first thing that came off was she was enjoying the imagined wearing of it. So she was walking with the feeling of having it. So as she's walking and doing her shopping, she feels that she has the scarf. She feels like, oh yeah, like I have the scarf. So that's being. And whatever you are being in consciousness and feeling, because she's feeling it and she's being. Feeling means being. Remember that. Feeling means being, and feeling precedes manifestation. And so she's feeling it as she's doing her shopping, and then forgets about it. That's the amazing thing about manifesting. You focus on it and let it go, and the universe knows what you want. So you don't have to be doing this every single day. If you enjoy it, do it. I enjoy doing my affirmations. I enjoy doing my imaginal acts. I don't like doing affirmations, and I don't like listening to audios, although audios have helped me in the past. I just don't enjoy it. Okay? So she had that feeling. And I do the affirmations the same way. I ask myself, how do I feel now that I have this certain thing? That's how I did it with my Challenger. How do I feel now that I own a beautiful wide body black Dodge Challenger and it's parked over there behind these ugly cars? And then I would feel the feeling of it. I'd be like, oh, I feel cool. I feel confident. And I would walk in that confidence, like an aroma. Like an aroma, okay? Just walking with it. Oh, yeah. Confident. Okay? So that really resonated. And then the second thing that I recall is dancing. So I love to like imagine that I'm dancing. So if I'm listening to a banda song, which is a Mexican Spanish song, I'm listening to banda or corridos, I'm dancing. I'm usually dancing, and I imagine I'm dancing with a girl. You know, even her height and everything is like set. And then I get a call from, a girl that I'm seeing. And she says, hey, let's hang out. I'm like, all right, let's hang out. Come over. I pick her up, and then we start dancing, drink a little bit of wine. And I'm like, what the heck? Now that I'm reflecting on this, I'm like, I imagined that, and that happened. And then, then you get a 2-for-1, because then, for me, at least for me, I ended up, sleeping with it. So 2-for-1. And then again, I would see those two things, like separate times. I imagine everything I had that happens to me, like, how did I imagine this? Did I imagine this? Or like, what happened? And if I didn't, then I start changing it, consciously. That's what you do to create your dream life. You consciously change yourself. You kill the old skin, the old self-concept, and then you're reborn, and you shed it off, and you have the new skin, the new self-concept, the new being, the new state of being, the state of consciousness. The girl in this story had a self-concept of resentment towards her father. So she said, like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to feel this. Because Neville said that she put on, instead of having that, that sense of of resentment inside her. Like, whatever negative feeling you're feeling, is you. It's only you in your reality. So you're experiencing anger. If you feel like resentment towards somebody, you're feeling it. Only you are feeling it. So she's like, Neville said in his lecture, if you feel resentment, you have some type of resentment within you. Okay, you're harboring something that maybe people are going to be resentful towards you. If you feel somebody's being deceitful, you're probably deceitful. You're holding the feeling of deceit within you. You're deceitful. You are feeling deceitful. You are feeling resentment. So guess what? People are going to feel resentment towards you. People are going to feel that you're deceitful. Okay? It's only you. It's only you in your physical reality and spiritual reality. Everything is just a reflection of your self-concept. Yes, everyone has their own lives. You talk to them, they're going to tell you a whole story. But you are the operant power of your reality. There's infinite states. So if we look into like the memory bank of the universe, I think they call them the Akashic records. That's just a term they can have it. Or you could just say what I just fucking said. The memory records of the universe. Everyone's going to have their memories, but every person has infinite states. So there's infinite stories. And I seen something on like Instagram or YouTube where they briefly said like, we're passing through these different realities every single time we switch our thoughts and emotions. Every time. You could get into a better and better and better reality, or worse. And that's what she did. She changed her self-concept. So now she's feeling fondness. She's feeling happy and joyful and having a joyful relationship with her father. She was embracing her father instead of hating him. And a little backstory, he had left the mother and her when she was young, but he was still in her life, right? He gave her gifts and things like that. Money most of the time. And she adopted the new self-concept. So guess what? The new self-concept manifested physically. She was first it within, just being it, and then she was it without. Within, without. That's why that's the next quote I want to share. As within, so without. That's part of the one of the it's in the Emerald Tablets. It's in the Emerald Tablets. I think it's one of the as within, so without. I'm not sure if the Emerald Tablets are the seven hermetic I think the seven hermetic principles, but it's something that is attributed to Thoth, which is an Egyptian god. Okay, as within, so without. You must go within to get 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 without. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are possessing, whatever you are acting out in your mind, if held long enough and felt to be real, will manifest. Okay, so if you're having negative thoughts, just say cancel. Like say cancel, and then reaffirm a new thought. Affirm a new thought, positive one. A lot of it with me has to do with people who are like odd, who move strangely. You know who they are. You know, if you see a really drunk person, they like move like this. That's not a regular person. They're intoxicated. Okay, and there's people who are normally they just walk like that. They're like, and so I'm like, damn, that person is weird. J-cat ass motherfucker. You know, like weird ass fool. And I'm like, oh wait, hold on. Just relax, Miguel. Don't get angry. You know, they're just living their life. You know, they have their own life. God bless them. I wish them health, wealth, love, and happiness. So I say cancel. Miguel, cancel. Cancel. I wish him or her health, wealth, love, and happiness. Oh, that felt so good. That felt so good because I was thinking about the people who I've seen. And I held a little bit of like either resentment or just like, what's the right word? Dislike. But who cares? You know, they're living their life. All right. Uh, and then I'll share the complete quote at the end. So you're gonna see the complete quote. So all this is connect. Now, I want to digress real quick. I want to share a life update. Okay, a life update. I had been talking about this certain girl, right? And there's multiple women in my life. So there's this one, and she's been giving me like cold energy. It's odd energy, and it started happening when I started affirming that I was with her. Like, so I'm not sure why that's happened, but I'm complete. I don't need it. I don't need anything. Okay, I don't need anything. I'm not like hungry, like thirsty, like I'm not thirsty for anything. I'm just like, I'm grateful to be alive. And I'm grateful for everything that I have. I'm grateful for this present moment. And I preach this. If you watch my Instagram, I work out every day. I do some type of movement every day. If I don't hit the gym, I walk my dog. I do my gratitude every day. I write my gratitude. Affirm. Do an affirmation of the life that I want. I write good things that happened to me the day before. Just positive thoughts, feeding the mind positive thoughts, just so they become a habitual way of thinking. And I watched I watched a video by this a young woman, beautiful woman. She's married, has kids. She does what I do, teaches the law of assumption, as Neville Goddard taught. And I forget her name, but she had wrote the title "Detach and Play." Detach and Play. So if you know her name, comment below. I wanna remember her name, but on the next video I'll shout her out. Detach and play. That's very important. You want to detach and play. Like, know how to use the law, and when you know it, you'll understand. You'll understand better as you manifest more and more and more and more and more. So you'll understand that it's gonna manifest. And so, detach and play. Okay, detach and play. And she had said, you know, I started. This is her. This is her words. Like, paraphrasing. She said, I started manifesting like crazy when I stopped caring. When I really stopped caring. And Mila Kunis from That 70 Show also says this about money. Not directly about manifesting, but this is what she says too. So she stopped caring. And she's like, I stopped caring about getting it. I just was so happy with myself, just being happy. Like, maybe taking a warm shower, taking a warm shower and just getting happy, or putting on a warm blanket. For her, something to do with being warm. It's amazing because you could get warm and feel good. I love warm showers. But I'm also addicted to getting into a cold shower because it kind of wakes you up and you're like, woo! So, to each their own. And she's like, okay, so now when I'm in that state of being happy, then I think about my desire of like, what do I really want this? Do I really want this person? Do I really want that? And then if I do, then I know I want it. And so I thought about it. I was all like, okay, I feel amazing. I feel good now. I don't need to be intimate with this person, this girl, this young woman. And I'm like, do I want to be with her? Like, she's not even nice to me, Like, lately, she hasn't been nice to me ever since I started affirming that I was with her. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, she's gonna be like that. I don't want to, because there's other women who I'm talking to who are just amazing. They're amazing and they're so heartwarming, and like, it's amazing. It's like, I love it. I love it. And everyone has a different personality. One's a little bit more anxious.
One's anxious but loving, and just because her voice is very very feminine, and the other one, she's always fighting me. But her her body language is different. She's like, she has an attitude, right? But then she like hugs me, you know, and I hug her, and she does the opposite of what she's saying. She's like, get away from me, but gets close to me, you know. That's her that's her way of communicating, you know. But I understand, body language. I understand body language, and when a person likes you, they get close to you, they touch you. So yeah, it's funny. She's like, get away from me, fool. Or something like that, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I get away from her, and she comes to me, starts dancing on me, or sits on my lap, and then she's like, I'm not into you, and like probably puts her hand on my face, like, I'm not into you, and then gives me a kiss. So it's just like, you just gotta understand, like, women, a lot of times they're about just energy, their energy. So if she would be like, well, I'm already with her, like, we have an intimate relationship, but this one, the one with the attitude that, and like says something but does the opposite. But if I were just to meet her, and she would do that, I could tell, I would tell that she's still interested in me. Okay. But if she like was congruent, it was like no, I don't want to talk to you, and then like gets like really far away from me, and like puts like a what's called a mean mug. Well, what's the right word for a mean mug? It would be like not a grin, a scowl. Then like, whoa, and then that's real. Like what you're saying is real. So get away. It could have just, yeah, the scowl, which is body language, and energy. Okay, because to put on a scowl, you need to put like aggressive energy. So yeah, I took her off. I took her off my self concept affirmation list, because no, I'm happy. I don't want that energy around me. I don't want that energy around me. So maybe the universe will tell me, all right, this is the type of energy that you're gonna get. Um. So yeah, so that's a life update. That's a life update, and I had written an article about her, and how at that time I was gonna say I was gonna continue doing it, but I'm like, no, I'm not, because I have other women who are just more loving, very loving, and I only want love vibrations around me. No negative vibrations. Okay, we got negative vibrations happen, but like for the most part, I want positive. All right, and so here's the complete quote, and I'm also gonna share another quote, to help you understand that you can manifest. And the full quote is, "Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Okay. Be wise in that your self concept will manifest. Okay, you'll shut off the other one, the old one, just like the woman in the story did. She shut off the self concept of resentment towards her father. Okay, and then she shut off the self concept of the person who didn't have the hat, and adopted the one that did have it in consciousness and feeling. And it happened in two for one, in one manifestation. That shit happened. Okay. And be harmless as doves. Okay, whatever you're holding is what you're manifesting. Whatever you're feeling, it's just you in your reality. It's just you. If you feel angry, whatever, any negative vibration, any negative emotion, you're feeling it, not them. You're feeling it. Yeah, they can feel it if you come up and interact with somebody with that vibration. They'll feel it. They'll feel it, but ultimately, it's you. It's just you. And here's the next quote. It's quote, "Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High." End quote. That's Psalm 82, verse 6. Now, The Father and I are one. That's another one. That's another quote from the Bible. The Father and I are one. God and I are one. The Neville Goddard. God and I are one. So you are God having a human experience, because God is in everything and in everyone. And the moment you realize that, because you hear this, you're going to begin to consciously manifest your dream life. I did it unconsciously. We're all doing it unconsciously. Whatever we say is a spell. Okay? We are casting spells. We are paving the future with our assumptions, our affirmations, our self-talk. Whatever you want to call it, it's our self-talk, basically. It's whatever we are saying is going to happen. Okay? We are being that in consciousness. Okay? Like if you're unhealthy and you're saying, I'm healthy, you're going to get healthy. And you're feeling healthy, you're saying you're healthy, you're feeling healthy, you're seeing yourself do the things that you would do if you were healthy, then you're going to experience it physically. It's going to show up. You just have to be patient. Be patient. So, see what I did right there? Be that state of consciousness. Right? If you're sick, be healthy. Feel, I am healthy. I feel healthy. And then patiently wait as everything will unfold. Okay? As everything unfolds. And you'll get everything you want. Be careful who you listen to. Because some motherfuckers are going to tell you, don't set an intention. Don't desire. Don't acquire your dreams. And guess what happens when you're there? You just stay in a state of lack, in a state of desire. Versus self-satisfying yourself, but through self-validation. Imaginal acts and self-talk is self-validation. It's all in your mind. You don't need nothing. Everything that's out there, you already have it. Everything you desire is already yours. You just got to adopt the state of consciousness. I think there's something that Neville Goddard says right here, that everything is already yours. It's just waiting for you to adopt the state of consciousness. Okay? All right. I couldn't find it, but you get the idea. Oh man, there's something I want to share before I wrap it up. I gave you the complete quote, so you got that. You are gods. God and I are one. Lastly, if you desire something, it's yours. If you desire something, it's yours. Okay. If you really desire it, it's yours. It's in your consciousness. And everything is consciousness. Everything is consciousness pushed out. It's in your consciousness. Now adopt the consciousness of having it. It's an instant. That's it. That's all you do. Okay, I have it. How do I feel now that I have it? I feel it. And then go on about your day. And every time you feel like you don't have it, just reaffirm. Just reaffirm. Reaffirm. Let desire be the trigger to reaffirm and feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And you'll get it. Maybe you're quick. You're like, oh, desire, bang, okay, I have it already. How do I feel now that I have it? Ah, and you go on about your day living in a joyful state. In a state of play, or like how I would say it. I would say in a state of self-validation, self-worth, and then being in flow state, which is getting tasks done that are in alignment with your purpose, with your desires, with your purpose, and yeah. staying in a high vibe. That's all we want. Just we're all searching for a feeling, and our feelings are what project onto time and space. If you want more information on or more ways to self-validate yourself, to love yourself, there's a book that I wrote. It's called The Lies They Told You About Love. It's in the description below. Click the author's link and it'll take you to all my books. Also, I have books on manifesting. So check out those books as well, whatever resonates. And if you want me to help you, I can help you as well. I have a Calendly link there. I can help you out if you want me to help you just one-on-one. All right, so I hope you like this one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe so the algorithm sends you more of my videos and you can manifest your dreams just like I've done over and over and over and over again. All right, peace.